So please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
Well, like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
so
fair.
You're more in the category like Luther Ferrigno, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic.
That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do
mean,
it? Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile. Smile going on some shoes, but you know.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with
when,
you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All right,
and start laughing.
do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Find somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Yes. Woo! It is Thursday, y'all. Wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I hope you guys are having a thriving one today. It is a beautiful one out there today in my neck, in our neck of the woods. So if you guys are having the sun shining, blasting in through the windows, maybe you have the windows open because it's a nice, cool August morning. You know what I'm saying? Let the curtains billow in the breeze. You know what I'm saying? In the August breeze. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful one. And if you are having a good morning, please most definitely comment down below and hit that like button down below because we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. There's some crazy stuff that's been going down and continues to be going down today. And we're going to be jumping into it. But before we go into all that stuff, because we got some breaking news, literally it just broke like 10 minutes ago. So bear with us. It's going to be very, very raw, us getting through it, because it's the first time of us hearing about it. So like we said, it's breaking news. But we're going to dive on into it here very, very shortly. But before we get into that conversation, we got to jump into this and talk to my boy. Jackie Buck is in the house. What's up, man?
Here I am, right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Roll call. Present.
Yes, the present. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Good morning, man. Good to see you.
Were you always like the third or fourth kid in the alphabetical order thing? Were you always like the third or fourth kid? You know,
Pretty
the second,
close
third,
to
or
it.
fourth?
I was always like the second or third. I was never the first in the class. There was always somebody that had a last name with an A. But, you know, I was always either like second or third.
Yeah.
I think one year I was fourth, like in 7th grade or something like that.
Yeah.
High school was a little bit different. There was a whole bunch of people last name A's, but grade school was small. So, like, yeah, I was always, you know, that was when really, you know, roll call inside school was really taking place.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was always second, third, or fourth. It was always somewhere around there. You know what I'm saying? There's always an Adams or an Alexander, you know what I'm saying? Or a...
And then they
Baker.
came in and they'd be like, today we're going to give out ice cream, but we're starting with the last names first.
Oh, of course.
And going with like Z's. It's like, hey.
Yeah. Isn't that annoying as hell? And you're like, I just want some ice cream, man. I just want a cookie. Just give me the damn cookie.
Be all melted.
Now give me some candy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A little throwback, a little Adam Sandler for you. You know what I mean? Now give me some candy. But anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful one, a dope one, a fantastical, amazing one today. You know, there's quite a bit of things that we got to talk about today. Everything from the homophobic slur that was said live hot on a mic during a baseball game. We got Trump talking about QAnon and giving QAnon some love. Yeah. That's not a lie. We're going to show you guys the video of that too. And then also this is breaking news and we got to jump right into it, bruh, cuz this is hot. This is hot off the presses, y'all. You know what I mean? Extra, read all about it. This is hardcore news right now. Steve Bannon has been arrested for fraud. Jack, come on with the story, bruh. Give me something good.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that are just dropping in here in the last 5-10 minutes that are really coming through. But former Trump advisor Steve Bannon has been arrested on charges of defrauding donors in a fundraising scheme. Himself and let's see, I think there was 3 of his associates were indicted by investigators of the U.S. Southern District of New York this morning. Which they allege that the group of conservative leaders defrauded donors that led to raising more than $25 million to build a wall along the southern border of the United States.
Whoa.
The U.S. Postal Inspection Service assisted in the investigation. The other mentions that are in the indictment so far have been Timothy Shea, who is the acting administrator of Drug Enforcement Administration in May, Brian Colfage, and who was an Iraq War veteran, and Andrew Baldalto. I'm not sure who that person is. The campaign was intended to raise money to help build the wall, but instead the prosecutors allege that Bannon and his team just profited off the arrangement and collectively received hundreds of thousands of dollars in donor funds from We Build the Wall, which they each use in a manner inconsistent with the organization's public representations.
Bruh.
So, yeah, that's pretty intense. You know, they're saying the defendants defrauded hundreds of thousands of donors, capitalizing on their interest in funding a border wall to raise millions of dollars under the false pretense that all the money would be spent on construction. Now, while repeatedly assuring donors that Brian Colfage, the founder and public face of We Build the Wall, would not be paid a cent. The defendant secretly schemed to pass hundreds of thousands of dollars to him, which he used to fund his lavish lifestyle. We thank the USPIS for their partnership in investigating this case, and we remain dedicated to rooting out and prosecuting fraud wherever we find it.
Yeah. Interesting. Now, I want to remind you guys that this was Trump's former White House chief strategist, Steve Bannon. This is the same Steve Bannon that worked closely with Donald Trump. Now, the other thing that is very interesting, I just want to point out, raised more than $25 million to build a wall along the southern border of the U.S., of the United States, these United States of America. And they went ahead and used that money, or he is being accused, this is alleged, obviously, of using this money at his own leisure, for his own things. $25 million. Actually, it's him and 3 of his associates. 3 of his associates were indicted by investigators. So 4 guys went out there, 4 people, because we don't know if they're, who else is in there. Actually, we got Tim. Yeah, you said the other guys. I'm sorry. So there's 4 guys, real talk, all together, band together and just split up $25 million. Or
they didn't take it all.
I know. I'm just saying they took. That's why I was trying to reiterate what I was saying or edit what I just said. Not all 25 million, but I'm sure they took, they took a good percentage of that 25 mil, and split it amongst themselves for sure, for all their hard work. Isn't that some wild stuff? That is wild. You know what I'm saying?
So far, they're saying Colfage covertly took for his personal use more than $350,000 in funds. They did so through a nonprofit organization that was under his control called Nonprofit One, which received over $1 million from We Build the Wall, and at least some of which Bannon used to cover hundreds of thousands of dollars in Bannon's personal expenses. To conceal the payments, they devised a scheme to route those payments through We Build the Wall to Nonprofit One, and a shell company under Shea's control, among other avenues. And they used fake invoices, sham vendor arrangements, and other ways to ensure that he was noted in a text message to Baldalto that his pay arrangement remained confidential and kept on a need-to-know basis. So they knew what they were doing, and they were trying to cover it up. But these are only accusations.
Only accusations.
They're only guilty if they're not pardoned. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
here it is. More and more we're starting to see random, more and more we're starting to see things starting to pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as there are people out there that say, hey, let me just say this. Bannon, obviously we already know how a lot of people have feelings about Bannon. Even people who are Trump supporters, they have feelings about Steve Bannon. So let's not fake the funk here. We already know that dude's crooked to begin with. But I can't help but say, y'all, like, you are the people that you keep. So if you got somebody, if you've been working with Steve Bannon, or you've been working with a guy like Steve Bannon for a long period of time, you're not telling me that his bad habits wouldn't maybe rub off on you just a tiny bit, just a little bit. I don't know. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of criminal activity that is going on. There's a lot of white collar crime that's going on here that I feel like, it just makes me think, what is really going on with Trump as well? But here it is. Not trying to bash anybody, not trying to bash the president right now. I'm just posing questions. You know what I mean? So, and that is a good question, Tanu Vane. Tanu Vane just asked, why did Trump fire Bannon? I don't remember why he fired Bannon. That's a very good question. I don't remember either. I feel like these past 4 years, with the amount of people that have been in and out of the White House and been in and out of the team, for Donald Trump, you're like, remember that guy? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's like, you remember that guy? Remember this other guy? Because they come in and out so quickly. So, like I said, not throwing any shade on anybody. I'm just saying, hey, there are too many random things and very shady things going on for you not to sit here and turn your focus over to the man who's running our country. That's all I'm going to say. It's getting harder and harder and harder to not look that way and question a few things, And then, of course, we already know that a lot of people sit there and say, a lot of people who are not Trump supporters say that Trump is working his butt off so that he can get reelected, so he doesn't find himself behind bars once he walks out of the White House, to extend his time as much as he can free, because the people say that he's been a crook for a while. So, I just put the question out to you guys. What are your thoughts? Comment down below in regards to this whole thing with Steve Bannon. Do you think that there's any connection with Trump and Steve Bannon in regards to this whole thing? Obviously, there's ways that you can make it seem like, there's ways he can do it without making it seem like he's connected. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Steve Bannon just did it on his own. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that's one of the reasons why Trump let him go, because Steve Bannon was being a dirty, dirty crook. Maybe that's what it is too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just throwing out those options. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to throw anybody under the bus. These are the questions I pose and throw up to you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this for sure. Jack, what were you going to say?
Bannon was involved with Trump's campaign for a little while. And then there's some candid statements that were in a book afterwards. And then, after he was fired, Trump really, tried to distance himself from Bannon. Steve Bannon has nothing to do with me or my presidency. When he was fired, he not only lost his job, he lost his mind. Steve was a staffer who worked for me after I already won the nomination. Like he as everybody else that leaves Trump's administration, he hardly knows him. He doesn't talk to him. He didn't do anything for him. It's like, I don't know what to, where the line actually is with the two of them,
right?
Because Bannon has come out and saying that they still talk. Trump says he doesn't talk to him, and so it's like, okay, who's lying?
Right. But
one of them is.
But here it is though. Let me just pose this other option too. What if Trump found out about him, all those fraudulent actions that he did, and with the other 3 guys? Maybe Trump found out and said, you know what? I'm not throwing you under the bus, but we got to part ways. I ain't cool with this. Bye. You see what I'm saying? Maybe he did that too. I'm just saying. I'm posing that as a possibility of him going, well, I saw all these things. I heard about these things. So before people start to dive in and start making it seem like I'm connected to this crooked work, we're parting ways right now. And I'm denouncing you as a friend. You know, I'm denouncing you as a what's the word? Not an employee, but, you know, somebody you work with.
An enemy of my presidency?
No, but I mean, you know, like, no, somebody that's like a confidant, somebody that you work with, you know, like.
A consigliere.
A consigliere, whatever you want to call it. You know, just somebody you work with. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is not. Say again?
An associate?
Yeah, thank you. An associate. Like, I'm not going to, you know, I am not going to sit here and say that I have any ties with you at all because I know the bad. I know the dirty you've done, and I don't want to be connected with that, because if I am connected with that, then that's some serious trouble. So let me get you out of the team as quickly as possible, and denounce my friendship with you as quickly as possible, because I don't want this to come back and bite me in the butt. That's kind of what I think is going on. You know what I'm saying? What I think it could have happened, that could have happened. Like I said, I'm playing multiple angles here. You know, maybe, like I said, maybe Trump knew about this all along. Maybe Trump was involved with it. We don't know. All I know is I'm just playing those possibilities out there. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that'll sit there and there's, you know, like I said, there's a lot of people out there that believe that Trump could do no wrong. So, you know, let it rip in the comments down below. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think about this, for sure. You know?
Well, we'll see what happens. Obviously, everything's just going to court, or they're just being arrested and indicted, and
right.
So we're gonna see. I mean, I imagine that's gonna be, you know, does he have any dirt on anybody that people don't want him coming out and talking about other stuff, like
Bannon or Trump?
Bannon.
Bannon, man.
Yeah, because I remember he worked for Breitbart, that far right like magazine, right? And like I think that's when Trump and him really started hitting it off, right? Because they started pushing for him on that site.
Yeah.
And then even though it was like a really alt-right, and typically we'll have like a white nationalist type of view that are like some of the titles and things that are on there, like,
right?
Little far leaning. But like after, you know, and he started pushing Trump, and you know anybody that's in the news media that could had other contacts and stuff like that, and that's what a big part of his thing was, is coming in and then being able to help, you know, kind of manipulate the media and how the word was being put out. I don't know if Trump was involved. I you know, at this point I doubt it. It sounds like, you know, how many of these other build the wall campaigns went up, and who else was involved in those ones? It's worth looking into. Especially since most of those build the wall campaigns have led to nothing, and they're like, particularly this one. I remember like last year we were looking at this, and there's always supposed to be like, oh yeah, next week we're gonna have the first thing of the wall up, and then like that week would pass. He's like, oh no, it's delayed. It's gonna be this week, and everyone's like, okay, we gave you all this money. Where's the wall? It's been right. He's like, oh, you know, bureaucratic type of stuff. You know, we got to get the red tape taken care of. And then nothing really happened, and I forgot about these things. I think that's really, I think partially what some of these like nonprofits that go up and do these nonprofits, you know, overnight nonprofits go and do and set up these fundraisers, and they hope that people donate and then don't follow up.
Yeah,
you know, and that's because if you don't follow up and 5 years passes, you're like, yeah, I gave that. I wonder if they ever built that wall.
It's like, oh yeah, like, you didn't mention anything, so, you know, we ended up using it somewhere else. I figured you already knew, because, you know, you didn't even talk about it. You haven't come up and brought it up anymore and all that. So yeah, it's a very interesting it's like I said, it's a very interesting conversation. It's a very interesting situation that happened, and I'm interested to see what happens in the near future with this whole Steve Bannon thing. If he's going to be taking other people down in regards to maybe a plea deal. I don't even know how many years he might be looking at in regards to these charges. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. You know, as things start to unfold, because it seems like more and more things are starting to unfold as we quickly progress towards the election. So I'm interested to see what comes of it from this point on. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
moving on, we got to jump into this next thing. It's our top story. It's one of our top stories. And this is something I found very, very interesting. And this is kind of up Jack's alley because this is part of his own lineage in his blood. It's all about baseball and announcing. It's all about announcing the wonderful game of baseball. All right, so
That's where my connection stops with this article.
Right. So Cincinnati Reds announcer Thom Brennaman apologizes on air and abruptly exits game after using a homophobic slur. Now, here's the thing. He has been with the Cincinnati Reds, announcing for the Cincinnati Reds for a good while now. This guy's a veteran in the game. He has been announcing games baseball games for a very, very long time. And out of nowhere, unbeknownst to him, they are live, and he says something live during one of the broadcasts. We have the clip right here. You want to hear it? I'm going to tell you right now, it is a homophobic slur. It is offensive. It is wrong. I'm actually debating if I should play the clip or not. The actual clip of him saying the word. Honestly,
it's not beeped.
It's not beeped. So I'm actually debating if I should play that clip or not, just out of respect to anybody who is out there that might be sensitive to those words. But then again, we've had videos of people dropping the N-word, you name it. So hey, we're playing it even keel. Forget it. We're doing it. So all right. So may delete later. Don't know. feeling cute. Might delete later. All right. Here we go.
The fag capitals of the world. Reds Live, the pregame show presented by...
So you heard that. The F capital of the world. Yeah. So whatever he was referring to, as he was talking, the mic got turned back on while they were coming out of a commercial break, I'm assuming, and caught that little tiny word. I mean, that little tiny word that has huge, it has a huge percussive sound. Let's just say that. Live on TV for the rest of the world to hear. So, of course, he felt terribly, terribly bad about this. And he ended up apologizing for this. So we're gonna throw up the apology too, because y'all need to hear this one too. It's very interesting. Hold on. Pulling it up here. And away we go. I think this still has the F word in here too.
Fag capitals of the world.
There we go again. All right.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, guys. Honestly, that's not the right one. I mean, there is the right one, but there's one where he's actually talking. It's not a frozen, like it's not a freeze frame of him actually of his face, because I want you guys to see his face when he's apologizing and everything. So here we go. Sorry about that mistake, guys. Appreciate your patience. Here we go.
Through this game, as Holland takes over on the mound, I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck, for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am. That is not who I am and never has been. And I'd like to think maybe I could have some people that could back that up. I am very, very sorry, and I beg for your forgiveness. Jim Day will take you the rest of the way home.
Well, so there's that, guys. You know, here it is.
The word insincere.
I was gonna say, you know, like there's like insincere, but then it's like, here it is, man. Because I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, guys. So definitely, you know, comment down below, and I definitely want to talk to you, Jack, about this because, you know, you come from a family, you know, that has sports announcing in the blood, you know? So I definitely, I'm so happy that you're on today so that we can actually have this conversation about this because it really grinds my gears. The fact that he even said that kind of lingo in the workplace in the first place. Okay? That's the biggest problem. First and foremost, I don't give a damn about his apology. I'm just going to keep it straight funky. You always got to keep a professional attitude when you are working. Anytime that you are on a microphone, anytime that you are out there doing your thing, and you are responsible for speaking to the public, you are then responsible for keeping a professional attitude throughout anything that you are doing that is for the general public. Behind closed doors, I don't give a damn what you say. As long as I don't have to hear it, we good. But when you are live in a workplace and you are having a conversation with your crew, with your people, all that, you don't know who's in the room that might be homosexual. You don't know who's in the room that might have a different lifestyle than yours. Where he made the mistake was saying that stuff in the first place. And you know for a fact he says this normally anywhere else. But of course, when he's on the phone, when he's on the mic, he's like, well, this is the blah, 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 and Cincinnati Reds, you know what I'm saying? And he's in his announcer broadcast voice persona. But when he's behind closed doors, yeah, you know, when the lights and the phone, the microphones are off and everything, he's saying the F word this and F word that, and he's saying homophobic slurs and all that. That is his regular vernacular, y'all. That's how he regularly ass talks. Let's be completely honest. Whoever turned on his microphone right before he started announcing just showed his true ass. That he showed his ass. Showed his ass. So, Jack, I want to know. I want to know what you think, man. Like, I want to know what you think for sure.
I mean,
Talk about
it. I've been up in the broadcasting booth and everything like that, and when you're up there, it's just people working. It's you have a couple of different people in different rooms. You have a couple other reporters that are sitting there and taking notes. You got maybe occasionally a couple of guests that might be going around into the different broadcast booths to meet the announcers or things like that. Maybe some family members or some kids that are up there, right? But it's not a a locker room type setting where you got everyone just going off the hook and saying whatever they want to say and acting all rowdy. I don't know what conversation he was having.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he was talking about Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things the apology right after, it's not because he's sorry that he said it. He's sorry that he got caught.
Exactly.
And it's the whole, you can hear it in his voice is that, he knows that he's going to lose his job.
Yeah, for a fact, because that's one of the main first things that he said. Yeah. He goes to all the people that signed my check. Come on, man. He just lost the bags. Bruh, yeah. You just Brockmeyred yourself. Real talk. Yeah. You Brockmeyred yourself. Except, you didn't go and have a full nervous breakdown like Brockmeyer did. By the way, if you haven't checked out that show, you all need to go check it out. It's a great show. But, bruh, he showed his ass. He Brockmeyred himself. He just got Brockmeyred. Come on now. You don't do that, man. That's the thing. I'm sorry. I don't have patience for anybody who sits there and says something like that live. Now, I understand if you accidentally, there's a slippage of a word that you didn't mean to say, but it came out that way type of thing. You know what I'm saying? There was a situation where a guy on Fox 2 here in our town said Martin Luther something racial slur Junior Day, and it was, I feel, was a slippage. And he said it live on camera. It was a mistake. I don't think he truly thought or felt that he was going to say something like that live. And I don't think what he said was like he was saying it to be, I don't think he was trying to say anything. You know what I'm saying? I think it was just an honest mistake. People make honest mistakes all day long. But this one, he clearly was referring to a city as an F word. Whether that is Cincinnati, St. Louis, whoever, LA, whatever he's referring to, he meant to say those words. Mm-hmm. The mic just happened to be on, y'all. Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Now,
I never say those things at home when a mic is live. I only say it to my personal friends and family. I really apologize that I wasn't paying attention to the engineer.
Bruh.
To stop my conversation ahead of time. I was talking about cigarettes. I was
totally talking about cigarettes, y'all.
The British version.
Yeah. It's talking about the cigarettes. You know what I mean? Those those wonderful things. Those cancer sticks. Gotta love them. You know what I'm saying? I like to call them coffin nails. You know what I'm saying?
I like how he's calling out to the whole thing about where he's saying that he immediately goes, "I'm a man of faith."
Boom.
And it's
instantly.
Okay, that doesn't back up your.
Doesn't mean
there's a whole bunch of people that are men of faith that are completely against the LGBTQ community in every way, shape, and form. And I think he was almost calling out to that base of saying, "I need support. Someone come and tell them not to cancel me."
And then they also believe that you can literally go to a conversion camp,
right?
And turn yourself straight, pray yourself straight. I mean, come on. I'm not sitting here saying that all God-fearing people think that, but there's a good amount of people out there that still believe in those things, So just because you're saying I'm a man of faith, that doesn't mean anything. God forbid if he said the N-word. God forbid he said. If he says the F word, I guarantee you he says the N-word. I'm sorry. If it's that easy for that word to slip out like that, you say other racial slurs. I'm sorry. You most definitely do, you know? Now, here's the thing. There's other people out here that sit there and go, suspend him for a little while, make him go to some sort of like sensitivity course or class or something like that, and then, just bring him back on. I don't know I don't know. We, especially in this climate that we live in, do you think he deserves a second chance? I'm talking about where
Hell to the no.
You've been taking my things now, but here it is. That's the question I ask you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think, because do you think he deserves a second chance, or is it a hell to the no? He does not deserve one at all. That's what I'd like to know, because a lot of people think, hey, just let him. It was a mistake. It was, he thought he was offline. He thought he wasn't live, and he was talking amongst his peers. But then it's like, could there be a toxic environment over there for you to sit there and think that you have the right to say that just because you've been announcing for the Cincinnati Reds for that long? That means you're that comfortable to say whatever you want like that?
Right.
Like amongst the people that you work with? I don't know. I don't think that is a good look. Long story short. And it says something about the work environment that he is in. Either people are sitting there and just tolerating his ass because he is Thom Brennaman, or they're also instigating it as well. Think about it. Think about it. And most definitely comment down below. I would love to know what you think on that. But I'm happy that you were on, Jack, to talk about that, because, I've done some, announcing myself, not like in that regard, but I've done some emceeing for, at sporting events and everything too. And, the things that you are saying, the things that you are doing, and the amount of people that are watching you and that are around you at all times, you really have to be on your P's and Q's. You really got to be about that life. You got to be on point. You make one small mistake, they run you. They will drag you. So for him to do something like that, and I understand everyone is social distancing. This is during the time that there's nobody in the stands. He probably the crew that he's working with is extremely minimal, but at the same time, you don't say that stuff. That's him getting very, very lazy and thinking that he's at home.
Yeah.
Real talk.
So and they've suspended him indefinitely.
Of course,
as they haven't fired him yet. So I guess there is a process there.
Of course, there's a process.
And what did they say here? The language that Thom Brennaman used this evening is hateful, offensive, and in no way reflects the values of Fox Sports Ohio. We agree with the Reds' decision to suspend him until further notice. Yeah, it's one of the old adages for broadcasters is don't say anything off air that you wouldn't say on air, because you never know when the mic is hot.
Right.
There you go.
I mean, that's basically what you need to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
just in general, be a good person.
Right.
If you're a man of faith, be a person for others, and be kind, and don't say anything that you don't want said about you, or
Facts.
Like what's the golden rule? Do unto others
as
right?
if
like done unto you. So
yeah. For Mr. For Mr. Religious man, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What would Jesus do? He definitely wouldn't be dropping the F-bomb. Real talk. He wouldn't. Let's just keep it straight funky. He would not, and that's on you, bruh. And it sucks because the first thing he says is, I'm truly, truly sorry. I want to say a big apology to all the people over at Fox Sports, especially the ones who signed my checks.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care about anything else.
He started it that way too. It was the people at the organization that he apologized to first, not the people that he offended.
Yeah.
Or just for his use of the word in general. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. and here it is. Like, and don't get me wrong. I understand that guys, will talk, grab them by the, guys will have their locker room talk and everything. I get that. We all have our a certain vernacular when we're talking with our boys, where it's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chill. But he's in a work environment. That's not what you say. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who's in the room. You don't know who has a child or a loved one that might be homosexual, or part of the oh my God, LGBTQ community. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You might just offend somebody just because maybe somebody has a best friend who happens to be homosexual. You just never know. You gotta be more careful about what you say nowadays. Man, we live in this crazy cancel culture world. It is thick. And especially right now when people have nothing better to do but be on their phones and troll other people. So we got to be more efficient as announcers or as personalities, media personalities and everything. This is not the time to accidentally tweet the N-word when you're talking about the Nuggets. You heard about that one, Jack?
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I need to look this up because, bruh, I forgot this dude's name. This is going to drive me nuts.
Looking it up. Oh, Charlotte Hornets suspend radio announcer who tweeted N-word instead of Nuggets.
Who does that? Who does that, man?
That was just last couple days too, huh?
Yeah, that was a few days ago. Because here's the thing. When I saw this thing about Thom Brennaman, I thought that this was the same dude. I thought this was the same story. So I was like, meh, whatever. This was last night. Then I woke up this morning, saw it again, and I'm like, oh, this is a totally different dude. Now, here it is. Who tweets? Bruh, do you have the story? Can you pull that up really quick? Let's talk about that real quick. Might as well. We're in the land of sports. We got to talk about this one because this one was this is sports. No, ignorant sports. This is showing how stupid sports people who love sports are in this. Oh my God. Who are they hiring? Who puts the N-word instead of nuggets? Clearly he has typed the word before in his phone as a tweet, not a tweet, or as a text message to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Or he was like, oh, I don't understand what the word N-word means. Let me look that up on Google. Nah, highly doubt that. So what's the story?
So
this is crazy, man.
This is in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Hornets radio announcer, John Falk.
What's his name?
F-O-C-K-E.
He probably said that really loud. What's his name? One more time?
John Falk.
John. I'm sorry. Maybe it's folk? F-A-U? What's it?
Focky. I have no idea, man. It might be. I don't. F-O-C-K-E.
Folky. It could be folky.
There we go. There we go. Folky.
It could be folky.
Focky. All right, but yeah, he was watching the Hornets or the Utah-Denver playoff game, and he was sitting at his kitchen table, and he was on Twitter, and he was doing some obscure NBA play-by-play, type of stuff. He said he pulled out his phone and he made 2 rapid succession errors. He said 2 keystrokes. That's all it took. That would have been a forgettable tweet into one he calls a horrible mistake. Those 2 keystrokes got Focky suspended indefinitely by the Hornets on Tuesday and put his job in jeopardy. He said he meant to write, shot making in this Jazz Nuggets game is awesome. Murray and Mitchell going back and forth. What a game. but instead of nuggets, he used the plural form of the N-word.
Oh, he said with a hard R. Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he goes, look out at your own screen. The U is next to the I, the T, it is next to the R. The other 5 letters, those 2 words are the same.
Oh, my God. No, but there's a,
But it
it's
wasn't
a
an
U.
autocorrect.
It's a
He just
U.
said he literally typed it in wrong.
And
then he needs your Pascal 5-minute delay.
But here it is. It's a U. You know what I mean? It's not an I.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's an ERS. Like how on God's earth? How dost thou type the N-word instead of typing in nuggets? Nuggets. How?
He says I was trying to get it done as fast as I could so that it was relevant by the time I posted it. I tried to type it, and obviously I mistyped the word nuggets.
Oh, my God.
I did not read it, which, as you know, that's rule number 1 of working in the media. And unfortunately, I didn't because I was trying to get it up as fast as possible, and I hit send.
Man, you got to be a special kind of stupid, bruh. That's a special kind of stupid. Oh, really quick, I wasn't thinking. No, you don't. No. N-word. Oh, the game against the Jazz, N-words are great. Send. You don't. What are you doing, bruh? What you doing? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? You don't do that, man. Hey, man, you don't do that, man. Okay? Little hustle and flow, man. You don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. Don't do that, man. I'm sorry. It's so stupid. It's hilarious. That is a special kind of stupid, bruh. Who does that? Who does that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was writing it out, Jazz and N-words, really fast. I was just writing it out real quick. Bruh, You don't do that, man. You don't do that.
It took him 6 hours to put up an apology on Twitter, saying earlier today I made a horrific error while attempting to tweet about the Denver-Utah game. I don't know how I mistyped. I had and have no intention of ever using that word. I take full responsibility for my actions. I've been sick to my stomach about it ever since. I'm truly sorry that this happened. I apologize to those I offended.
Bruh.
ESPN's Mark Jones replied back in a tweet saying that he goes, funny how my phone never types in the N-word when I type in nuggets. In fact, when I get to N-U-G, it autocorrects to nuggets.
Right.
Unless Homeboy has typed that N-word so many times, it autocorrects to you-know-what.
Exactly. That's the only way. Because the funny thing is Tanovane just said something, and I did the exact same thing. I went into my phone and typed it in.
Yeah.
Nuggets. I started typing in nuggets. Just N-U-G-G, and it finished with nuggets. So I don't know. I was like, is this in? Could it possibly be in my phone already? You know what I'm saying? So I did that. Nuggets. Didn't go into, do you mean the N-word? You know how they have the other suggestions up above?
Uh-huh.
Nah, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have that. So I don't know.
I'll tell you what, even if you put in N-I, like, it goes like nice.
Yep.
And night. And like there's
9. 90.
It doesn't go that route.
Yeah, it doesn't go N-word. Like, bruh, damn. I got a racist phone, y'all. My phone be racist, man. Somebody get this phone away from me, man. Somebody needs to cancel this phone. Real talk. Wow. See, but that's a special kind of stupid, right? He's going, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do said thing. Bruh, you've been writing it in your phone so much. You've been writing the N-word in your phone so much that your phone either auto-corrected it that way or you just weren't even thinking and wrote out the N-word autopilot on your own self. That says something about you, bruh. And for that, yeah, you most definitely should be fired for that. I don't care if it's a mistake. That shows your true self, man. You know what I mean? Racist fingers. You know, I blame my fingers. My fingers are racist. My mind is completely about equality, but my fingers, are racist. Chop them off. Chop off my fingers. Stupid.
Can you please make like a parody video thing where it's like promoting your Twitter like 5-minute delay thing? Where it's like, have you been recently caught up in racist tweets and maybe things that you regret?
Yeah.
Well, now install Pascal's blocker.
That's a great idea. Or the Pascal's delay. You know what I mean? Or Pascal's wager, you know?
Pascal's pending posts. There we go.
Pascal's pending post. I like that. And then you just sit there and you're like, all right, are you sure? You know, it always pops up.
Your face. Are you sure?
You sure? I would kill for that.
Jurassic Park.
I think every celebrity needs that. You know what I'm saying? Every celebrity, every influencer, every public figure. Basically, every public figure needs to have that kind of app just installed into their damn phone. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's insane how ridiculous people are. Ridiculous. Anyway, we got to go into a quick commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to be talking about, this is weird, but, you know, not every day do I talk about anybody like Bella Thorne, but we will be talking about Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne has an OnlyFans account? Yeah. Disney star, child star, obviously she is a grown woman, now has a OnlyFans account. We're going to be talking about that very, very shortly. We'll be right back. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The first of us crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are trucking for tweakers and losing their circles and nothing unique. All of us under surveillance. There was a feeling that made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugarfire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, and we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugarfire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugarfire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for being on the show, checking out the show, and being a part of the chat. And like I always say, if this is your first time checking out this show, please go hit that like button down below underneath the feed right now. And of course, if you're watching this show for the very first time ever, hit that subscribe button. I do this show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I do a show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you get to see me twice in one day if you can tolerate me. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and be a part of the conversation. All right, guys. But anyway, we got to jump into this other story. I found this very interesting as well because this is new, and it's kind of been blowing up on all over the social media. It's been trending really hard on as far as Google, Twitter. Y'all need to know about this. Okay, so former Disney child star Bella Thorne has now joined the platform OnlyFans. Now, if you don't know what OnlyFans is, then you've been living under a rock, because it's been a thing. It has been a conversation piece for a while now in regards to there's a lot of It's a platform that is known for putting in for women or people to sell their nudes, or for a membership you can go and see a person in scantily clad clothes, tasteful nudes, or just straight up pornographic images. Now, this has been a very popular thing as of late because we are all locked up. Quarantine is very real and very tough. We are all here dealing with all this stuff in regards to where's our next paycheck coming from. Okay? Everyone's wondering that. Okay? Even the celebrities now are trying to find ways where they can secure the bag. A lot of them now are starting to look towards OnlyFans. Like somebody like Cardi B. Cardi B opened up and started her own OnlyFans. But the funny thing is that she's using the OnlyFans not as a place to show scantily clad photos of herself, but it's an opportunity for her to connect with her fans, aka for them to pay a certain membership fee for her to actually be able to correspond with them, talk to them, you name it, be able to do those things. So Bella Thorne is also one of the other celebrities that has decided to open up their own OnlyFans. And she said, this obviously is the former Disney star is now charging $20 a month for her exclusive content. Because back a little bit ago, she was leaking her own nudes. She leaked her own nudes on social media because I guess people were trying to hack her phone, hack her accounts so that they could get her nudes. This is a real thing. People do this for real. They did this to Jennifer Lawrence a few years back. I mean, they do it to everybody, it seems like. Any starlet or any female celebrity that's out there that looks good, they seem to try to find as much scandalous photos or scandalous things as they can to try to sell it on the net. So the actress said, told Paper Magazine, OnlyFans is the first platform where I can fully control my image without censorship, without judgment, and without being bullied online for being me. So she announced the move in a video on Instagram, and by telling the fans, "Excuse me, I have an announcement." And it's her, posing in bikinis and lingerie and all that, and with a necklace that says "sex" on it. And so now she is going to be doing, or she's going to be posting content. I'm assuming nude content on OnlyFans for $20 a month. You got a little bit more of the extended story, right, Jack?
Yeah, man, just looking in here, a couple different articles I'm reading here. I mean, I guess, so last year in September, she published a film called Her and Him on Pornhub.
Excuse me?
And won some AVN awards for it. Won
what?
the 2019 Oldenburg International Film Festival. It was shown there, but it was released on Pornhub's premium service. But she got the Best Dramatic Screenplay for the 37th AVN Awards in 2020.
What?
For that movie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Sorry, pause. Time out. Repeat that. You're saying that she had it was an adult film? Or
Yeah.
Whoa. She starred in it?
She starred in it. She
Whoa.
originally conceived Her and Him as a Christmas horror movie before the project morphed into an adult movie. And it did so. Let's see here.
Wow.
Yeah, she
That is
plays an
interesting.
unnamed character who is dating an unnamed girl played by Bella Danger. One day he finds out that she's been looking up how to murder your boyfriend and get away with it. The two then play a twisted game of cat and mouse while she tries to figure out if she is really trying to kill him.
Interesting.
So yeah, I'm not sure if how.
Wow, that's fascinating to
how
me.
X-rated it is, but yeah, I mean her team, which she has a team of people behind her and stuff, and there's also this guy Sean Baker. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that director.
No.
But he did like the Florida Project. He's doing another thing called Assassination Nation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's done a couple of these different documentaries, but he's going to actually do a documentary on Bella Thorne's experience on OnlyFans. And she says that they have the same vision of the movie being a conversation starter for many important topics about female sexuality and female body shaming. So that's pretty interesting. But her team expects her to make over $1 million per month.
Seriously? Bruh. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Nah.
At $20 a pop, it's not that hard to get there.
Well, here it is. Like, I don't know how many followers she has on Instagram, right? So that's a very good thing to look up for sure, to see how many fans that she has on Instagram. But
she needs 50,000 people to follow her and pay $20, and it's a monthly subscription. And
Right.
then you can pay more, and then you can also send tips.
And there are a lot of fans out there. There's a lot of people that are fans of her, for sure. And she doesn't give a damn about her, putting out stuff. Obviously, she's sitting there going, well, F it. Instead of you guys trying to hack my phone to get my nudes, I might as well just put it on a place where you could just pay for it and you can give me the monies. for it. Why fake the funk? If you want to see me nude, pay $20 a month. You get to see me nude as much as often as you want. I don't give a damn.
Yep.
That's basically what she's saying. And it's interesting because it's like she's reclaiming it. You know what I'm saying? She's reclaiming ownership of her body, ownership of her nudes. So I could see that being a positive thing, but at the same time, this kind of says something about Bella Thorne, though, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to her when she was a kid? Real talk. I'm sorry, but Disney. What happened? Yeah, I mean, it's Disney. You know what I mean? Zendaya, she seems to be all right. She seems to be okay. But at the same time, like, you just never know. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is Bella Thorne's career has not gone the way that Zendaya's career has gone. It's not, I don't even know if you can really call it a career. She's kind of gone this weird, she's gone down a route like, you know, where she's just been a bad girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that. And I'm sure a lot of people thought that she had a promising career, but when was the last time you saw her in a movie that was actually good? I don't think I've ever seen her in a movie that was good. So, and then you're going, who's Bella Thorne? Like, Bella Thorne, who? Who? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But if this is a way for her to secure the bags, hey, I mean, it doesn't hurt anybody. It's not hurting anybody, you know, and it's in a controlled environment. It's you know, you got to pay $20 a month to go see her butt naked. If you want her doing whatever she wants on that page, people are going to go and buy it. I don't know about $1 million a month, but
she has 25.
That's crazy.
Or 23.5 million followers on Instagram.
Oh, bruh, never mind.
And she needs 50,000 of them to give her $20.
Oh, that's a done deal. There's plenty of creeps out there. There's plenty of creepazoids that are watching her stuff that would love to, yeah.
And then she, on her, it says like on her actual like page or whatever on the thing, it's just like her saying "I'm your B," and then it's just a link to her Amazon wish list. So she's playing it right.
Yeah, she's playing it right. I mean, but the thing is that she's literally taking it. She's literally taking it. Taking the resort down. She's taking that avenue down. What most like porn stars do, cam girls do. Like that's why they'll sit there and go, "Oh, I got a wish list on Amazon. Give me things," or "Hey, spend money and you can be a premium member and see me anytime and I could give you personalized stuff." So, I mean, this is a thing. I mean, this ain't you know what I'm saying? She's not reinventing the wheel. She's just copying the wheel as a celebrity. You see what I'm saying? And of course, she obviously is very open and cool and comfortable with her sexuality and putting herself out there. So I guess, you know, if you want to make that money, you want to secure the bags, honey, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it, I guess. I can't really, you know, I can sit here and throw shade on it all day long, but hey, it's her body, it's her life. You know what I'm saying? If that's the life she wants to go down, that's the life she wants to go down. But it also does make me wonder, what happened, girl? What happened to you? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Just out of curiosity. Tyrannus just said, obviously you haven't watched her porn movie. Sure, that one was good. So no, I have not seen it. I actually am interested to see what she did in the movie. Like, it could have been her in the movie just acting in it, but then there's a lot of sex scenes in there, but she's not involved in them. You see what I'm saying? So she could be just in the movie acting, but then again, she seems like she's very free and just down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
what are you watching, Pascal? It won awards. It won awards.
I'm doing research. I'm doing research right now. So yeah, interesting, y'all. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But like I said, there are other celebrities like Cardi B who are that have jumped on the OnlyFans bandwagon. There's a lot of people that have jumped on. There's a lot of girls, especially a lot of girls that have jumped in on it that are, you know, there's a lot of girls out there that are very pretty and that are sitting there going, hey, you want a photo of me in a bikini? Hey, go spend $5. You know, $5 a month, you can go check out all my stuff of me in a bikini. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of girls like that that are furloughed, that have no job right now, that are just chilling. A lot of guys, too. Let's not forget, there's a lot of guys out there, too, trying to secure the bags, willing to put out literally for a couple bucks a month. You know what I'm saying? So the world is changing. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of good looking bartenders out here that aren't making any money right now, like nada, zilch, that are sitting there going, man, I used to secure the bag every day at the hottest nightclub in my city, and now I'm not making any money, but I got a great body and I got a lot of followers that love me. Let me post a few photos on OnlyFans and make that money real quick. There's a lot of people that are doing that now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
However way you look at it, it's a real thing. It's crazy. Mr. Super said, Pascal just wanted to see her acting skills, range, timing, camera friendly, LOL. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, no offense to Bella Thorne. I don't find her attractive. I just don't. I really, really don't. But there's a lot of people that do find her very, very attractive. To me, I don't think she is. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? Everybody has their tastes, and she just doesn't fit mine. Period. Sorry. Tyrannus just said, learn something new. Had to Google OnlyFans. Crazy. Interesting. You've never heard about OnlyFans. Well, now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
We're going to include a link to OnlyFans in our description because we can earn 5% commission for this first 12 months.
Bang. Oh, you know what? What's funny is that, hey, you know, the show has an OnlyFans account, so you should go follow it. It's just the photos of my pinky toe the entire time.
Ooh. I'll mix one up. I'll put one of mine in there too.
Yeah, it's like, what is that? Wait, that's not his. That's not Pascal's toe. Whose pinky toe is that? Is that a toe? Or is that a?
You should go check this out. There's multiple toes on this channel.
Multiple toes. You know what I mean? It's just photos of my dog's paw.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying? It's like, oh yes, it's nice and furry, nice and furry. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. We got to jump into this other story. Because we are going to jump into the other things. You know, we got a little bit of time, but this is something, since we're already in the entertainment realm of the news right now, we got to talk about this movie. And Tano Vane already talked about this in the comments. So I was like, man, that's what we're going to talk about next, man. Damn. Tano Vane's just jumping the gun. Anyway, man, y'all need to know about this story and know about this movie. This is some real stuff. This movie is called Cuties. It is a movie that is about to be on Netflix. It's going to stream on Netflix, okay? Netflix, it's called Cutie. It is a foreign film. It is a comedy drama, all right? Now, there's a reason why this movie's getting a lot of backlash right now, and the people are shedding a heavy light on this particular movie. And I'm just going to read you guys the synopsis real quick, and I'm going to let you guys judge for yourselves where the funny is, where the strange is, okay? So, Cuties. The synopsis is, Amy, an 11-year-old girl, joins a group of dancers named the Cuties at school and rapidly grows aware of her femininity, upsetting her mother and her values in the process. Now, here's the thing. Doesn't seem too bad, but here's the thing. As you can see, hold on, let me get this up. As you can see, well, you kind of have like, it's super blown up. But if you can see, it is a bunch of 11-year-old girls that are clearly not supposed to be. Hold up, lean back over again. Lean back. No, to the other side. Oh, there. Perfect. I want you guys to see this. Like these are some of the images. This is obviously a very, very blown up photo of the poster, the movie poster. But I want you to see these positions. This is an 11-year-old girl. This is a dance group of 11-year-old girls that are posing and dancing like this. Now, the thing is if you saw the trailer, because I'm not about to show y'all this trailer. This trailer is terrible. I don't know how this trailer is even out there to be seen to be consumed by people. I don't even know how this movie's out to be consumed by people. Now, I understand that there's, it's about a girl, 11-year-old girl. It's a coming of age story, with her growing up, becoming, starting to realize that she's turning into a young woman. But at the same time, the actual trailer of this movie is astronomically mind-blowing of how many themes of pedophilia is going on in this particular movie. Now, and here it is. For those of y'all that don't know the movie that I'm about to reference, it's almost as if it's almost like they took something like Step Up and Bend It Like Beckham and smashed it into one movie. It's about a girl who is, from my understanding, she comes from she has an Islamic traditional family that she is growing up with, that she's born into. But then she's, of course, really wants to dance. She really wants to express her being a girl and just being, going against the traditional values that her parents have been instilling her since she was a baby. Now, it's the same thing as like Bend It Like Beckham, an Indian girl that lives in England, has the dreams of being a professional soccer player, right? And her parents, because they're traditional, do not understand her obsession and her passion for soccer. And then, of course, but they do it in a very tasteful way. This movie is like they took Step Up, they took Bend It Like Beckham, those themes, smashed it into one movie and cast a whole bunch of 11-year-old girls in this movie. It is so wrong, this movie. This movie's so wrong that I cannot believe that this is a movie that's about to stream on Netflix, y'all. Just in a few weeks, it'll be there for everyone to consume. This is not a movie that we should be seeing. This is a movie that's going to trigger some people. Real talk. I'm telling you, if you see the trailer, I'm telling you, it is messed up. And I get it that these are 11-year-old girls that are wanting to express themselves as being like they're trying to find their own independence. They want to grow up so badly instead of learning that they're 11 years old and that they should at least enjoy being 11 years old. But it is hypersexualized, the stuff that's in this trailer, on 11-year-old girls, y'all. It is wrong. Oh my God, it's wrong.
Look at the difference of how the French poster is versus the Americanized poster.
The thing is that you're
can you blow that up or no?
It's super blown up. So all I see is the comments or like the ratings and all that.
It's them like in the back with like looking like
a
group of girls just having fun as opposed to being presented like sexualized.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it on here real quick. But yeah, continue saying what you were saying real quick.
Yeah, I mean but this is just an overall like again, why change up like, oh, this isn't going to sell as much. Sex sells, so let's go ahead and and pinpoint all the spots in this movie where it makes them the most sexualized. It's yeah, obviously, young men, young women all go through a transformation at some point in time. But this isn't aimed at this isn't a show that looks like it's hey, other kids come and watch this show, right? This is like hey, adults, watch this coming of age movie, and it seems like it's aimed at the wrong audience.
I'm telling you,
I'm
telling you, I'm going to show you a couple photos because I want y'all to see this. I want all y'all to see this. And, in no way, shape, or form am I condoning any of this type of trash. This is bad on multiple levels bad. But I'm trying to pull up all of them. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second because I want you guys to see all this stuff. It's interesting the way that certain things are being presented. It seems like in different countries how it's being presented, which is fascinating to me.
I saw also people are on Twitter and going writing Netflix and everything, but it's a one person sister Outrider. It says it is so revealing that the first major Netflix original to center young black girls hinges on explicitly sexualizing 11-year-old children. Whether it's acting or music, a sexualized image is too often the price of mainstream success for black women and girls. Disgraceful.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: we could sit here all day and talk about sexualizing black women and young girls, but it's just young girls in general. It's literally just young girls in general. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make it seem like, they're pulling out the race card. Why you got to pull out the race card? Nah, I ain't trying to say it like that. I'm just saying these are young women. These are young girls that should not be depicted this way at all whatsoever. And so I want to show you the French, the actual French poster. Oh, this is terrible. It's so small. Freaking A. Yeah, that's too small. Damn. Hold on, guys. That's so annoying.
I see some comments over here saying is R. Kelly's remix to it, Ignition. Part of the soundtrack.
It's basically R. Kelly's Wet Dream, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. This is not the stuff that you need to be seeing. This, we shouldn't. This is not what you're supposed to be seeing. But anyway, I'm going to show you this other one because the French one is not being my friend right now. But I can at least show you this one. This is the Netflix. This is the actual Netflix. The poster that's on Netflix right now. Okay, this is the poster that's on Netflix right now, bruh. These women, just so you know, these women, these little girls are 11 years old. They're 11. Okay? 11. Oh, there's more. Just wait. I got another photo. This is from the trailer. This is actually from the damn trailer, y'all. I cannot believe that this is in the actual trailer, bruh. Oh my God. This is just a still from the trailer. I'm only showing it very briefly. Okay? Here it is. Homie, you don't do that. No. 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 Do you understand? Those are 11-year-old girls. 11-year-old girls acting like that. And this is a movie that's going on Netflix, bruh? Hell to the no. That is gross, man. That's beyond disgusting, y'all. I ain't about that life. Shoot.
I'm completely agree that this is, a messed up thing. But is there the same outrage from all the pageants and the child pageants that are out there, and they make them wear bikinis and all the different dress up options, and they put their hair up and makeup on, try to make them look 18 when they're 10, and it's it's that our society has a big issue. Real big issue.
I mean, it is a big issue. It is a real big issue. And yes, you're right. Pageants and all that, the same thing. I mean, but they're not from my understanding, they're not like that. You know what I'm saying? At least pageants aren't as as bad. I mean, yes, you're putting on your child on display as a competition thing of, look, my daughter, my daughter is more talented and more beautiful than the other daughter, and you're pitting them up against each other in those kind of things, and those type of competitions and contests pageants can really mess a kid up in a way, especially if they keep losing or especially if they keep winning. And it just depends on how the parent is raising their child like that. But this is something else. Now, Brandy just said something that just caught my eye, so I wanted to read this really quick. Just watched the trailer. I used to be a competitive dancer from 8 to 17 years old, and revealing costumes are common. Now, here's the thing. Okay. I understand, Brandy. I'm not trying to throw any shade on you, Brandy. Thank you so much for the comment. But I'm going to say this. It's also, say that there is like a little midriff, or there is, they're wearing crop tops and dancing shorts or something like that, where there's some skin involved. I get that part as far as dancing goes, but you could still cover some things up. Also, in the video, in the trailer, you see all these sexual images of these girls doing these things that are dancing in a certain way that they shouldn't be dancing like at 11 years old. You could say all day about the costumes and the clothing, but it's the movements, it's the dancing, it's the suggestive behavior that's being seen in those videos, in those dance moves. Like that photo I just showed you of the blonde girl putting the finger in her mouth, like, and standing in a suggestive way. And all the other stuff that's going on around that girl. I mean, my Lord, you know what I'm saying? It's not only just the costumes, it's most definitely also the choreography. It's the dance moves. That poster, the first poster I showed you guys, the one girl's on all fours. Another one's got her legs open. Another one is, you know what I mean? And then the girl in the middle just has her arm up. You know what I mean? In like a dance pose. But all the other ones are in some sort of suggestive position. That's crazy. That's just straight disgusting. And Netflix is going to let this be on their streaming site? Holy God. You know what I'm saying?
Google reviews, if you just search for the movie name.
I haven't even tried.
Has 202 one-star reviews.
Of course it does.
One person put a 5-star review.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, this movie looks great for people that really want to raise their child to be a thought.
Yep. Word. You ready to raise your child to be a thought? Hey, watch Cuties, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that is not how the trailer is. So, because I heard about it this morning. So I was like, all right, let me check out this trailer. Let me see with my own 2 eyes. And I watched it, and my jaw dropped. I was like, this is real? This is a real thing? I can't believe I'm watching this. There's another shot where one of the girls falls down, and she's wearing like, oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. You just see it. It's like a shot just of her crotch. You know what I'm saying? And it's an 11-year-old girl, or at least they're acting as if they are 11 years old. But clearly, these girls are young girls. They shouldn't be. It is so bad. And this is a movie that's being okayed, that got passed on and okayed by Netflix. That says something. That says something. I don't care if it has
the original description on Netflix.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying the original description on Netflix said that the 11-year-old girl became interested in a twerking dance group.
Yes.
And then they decided to take twerking out of the description.
Yeah. So that's what it was. Because when I first heard about it, I saw it and it said twerking group. And then in the video, in the trailer, they're twerking. You know what I'm saying? They're dressed as if they are grown women dancing and stuff and doing all this crazy sexually suggestive movements and stuff. And they're 11. And this is a movie that's supposed to be okay. bruh, I ain't about that life. You know what I mean?
Oh, here we go. We got an update from Netflix.
Ooh. Wow, okay.
They have apologized for the inappropriate Cuties poster that was criticized for sexualizing children. So
they've only apologized
we
for
didn't mean to.
So they've only apologized for the poster. They're not apologizing for putting up the damn movie.
Let me
That's
see what
stupid.
their actual statement was.
That's stupid. That's stupid. They're only apologizing for the. Get outta
So
here.
they quickly took down the offending artwork.
Yeah.
But they replaced it with something different.
That don't mean a damn thing. Did they change out the entire movie? Did they re-edit the movie and take out every single dance move or every single suggestive thing in the movie? Hell to the no, they didn't. I guarantee you they can't do that. So they're still going to do it. Why? Because they spent money on it. They got their money on it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why also?
And now get all this free publicity.
Exactly. They're thinking, hey, everybody's going to be checking this movie out now because everybody's tripping about it. Now everybody's going to watch it, and then they're going to rip it apart, and it's going to go viral. We're going to make money off this movie. Hell no. That's gross. That is freaking gross.
Yeah, it says, we're sorry for the inappropriate artwork that we used for this film. This was not an accurate representation of the film, so the image and description has been updated.
The image and the description. Not, hey, guys, we're sorry about the description. We're sorry about this trailer. We realize that it's very suggestive, and it could trigger some people. Actually, we're taking down this entire movie. You'll never see it on Netflix, on our platform, ever again. That's what they should be doing. That's what they should be saying. That's just ridiculous. I'm not down. I don't have patience for that, man. Go ahead.
So this movie won, let's see, at Sundance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I think it won some stuff at Sundance.
I mean, here it is. It could have the most amazing storyline. It could have an amazing storyline. Really, it could. You know, like the whole Bend It Like Beckham type of storyline where she triumphs, she changes her family's minds about her being a dancer and all that. You know, she's able to, you know, obviously there's a clash of cultures in there. You know, she's going against the grain in regards to what her family values are and what she really wants to do because she just wants to dance. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I totally get that. But at the same time, though, the trailer itself is a terrible, terrible trailer. Terrible. Now, the movie could be something completely different. But there's a lot of stuff in that trailer that tells me otherwise. Real talk. Mm-hmm. Tyrannus just said something. Some of the teen girls that wear some outfits at school are ridiculous. Many parents have had to bring clothes in for them to change. They continually fight the dress code and push the limits. Now, I understand that piece. I understand that in real life. Kids, girls, kids want to find their own individuality. They want to be their own selves. They're growing into their own. They're starting to understand their own femininity or masculinity. I understand that. I understand those pieces. And I understand showing those themes in a movie, but you can do it in a tasteful way. And at least in the American way. I don't know about overseas, and because I know this is a foreign film. Overseas is a little bit different. Maybe the culture over there, wherever that movie was made, is a little bit more lenient about those things, but not in America. America's looking at that and going, hell no, that's not cool. That is heavily suggestive stuff that no child should be seeing. Unless that movie's R. I don't even know. Still, it's just not something that kids should see.
NC-17. No.
Get out of here.
No.
But that's something that no parents or no adult, I'm not trying to go see this movie. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I can't believe that is even they got even away with that. You know what I mean?
I don't see what the rating is. Yeah, it doesn't actually. I don't think it has one.
Yeah.
Some people give it a B- on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean,
That's where it has the highest rating. It has 4 stars on Rotten Tomatoes.
4 out of what?
If you go to IMDb, go to Google reviews, everything is at 1 star.
But wait, Rotten Tomatoes is 4 out of what stars?
5.
Wow.
They gave it an 82%.
Maybe it is
based off 17 people's things.
Maybe it is a really, really good movie. I don't know. I just all I know is a trailer that I've seen that shows me otherwise. Like I said, it could have the most amazing message in there. But you're not gonna see me sit down and watch something like that. I'm sorry. Nor would I ever let if I was a parent, I would not let my children see something like that, period. That is just wrong. I'm sorry, that's disgusting. That's really disgusting. Ain't nobody got time for that kind of stuff. None. And for a fact that's going to trigger some dudes, some people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Now, here's a movie doing it, right? But we know that this is all going on for real.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of schools and a whole bunch of groups.
Yep.
And like our children are hitting puberty earlier since we've been kids. I mean, the age of adolescence has changed. I mean, it used to be like 13, 14, where most kids were hitting puberty. Now there's some kids that are hitting puberty at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, and they say it's a lot of with the hormones and the milk and all the different things in our food products and everything. But sexualization of children's gone to a younger and younger age, and it's a maybe that's why people are rating it okay, because they're saying, oh, it's a true depiction of what young women are going through now, and the type of struggles they face. But the fact that it's been made into a everything is been sexualized in the way that it's being looked at. But this is a real issue that's out there that all of our young children are being more and more desensitization, whatever the word I'm looking for there.
Desensitized
to sexualization.
Yeah.
And all the images they see every day in magazines, all the movies that they see on TV. I mean, everything that they can turn on any of the shows on prime time. You got Bachelor out there, you got Temptation Island, you got all of these things where that's all that they're surrounded by all day long.
Yeah,
it's our entire culture, and we just pick one thing out to be mad at.
Yeah,
I am not for this movie being up there and out there, but there's a much bigger issue, and it's very easy to pick on one show that's out there, but there's a larger movement that has to happen. I mean, that's the whole reason that Kyle is out there and doing stuff, is because there's groups of people out there that are predators, and that they look for girls that are in these types of things, and they do sexualize them.
Yeah.
Mr. Super asked the question, is it's okay for a young girl to wear a crop top or show their midriff? They're not sexualizing it. It's the people that are looking at it that are saying, oh, that's sexual, because people have been told that it's sexual. And if you see stomach, or you see shoulders, or you see thighs or things like that, and I mean, I have young kids, and do I want them going out and doing this type of stuff? No. No, I don't.
Hell to no.
But I could understand why, if on YouTube, you could, if you're not watching over your kids, and it just takes 1 second to have a suggested movie or suggested other video that pops up, that all of a sudden you think they're watching something that was fine, and then you hear something from the other room, you're like, what is going on in there?
Yep.
And it's especially younger kids that are watching some of these YouTubers that are growing up and watching somebody that was doing one type of channel, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden that person now is a teenager, they're getting a little bit older, and now their content has changed.
Yeah.
But the younger kids that were watching them for their toy reviews are now getting to see them, change their channel into a sexy clothes party or whatever it may be.
Or it's a haul. Yeah, it's like I bought all this stuff on suchandsuch.com haul, and it's like, bruh, where did it go from making slime videos to a full-on bikini haul? Like, what the heck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So I understand that piece too. It's weird because, yeah, as you grow, as a creator or something like that grows, things start to change. You change as you grow. At first you're probably doing, fart jokes, toilet humor, and then you change. That's like the kid-centric stuff. But then you got to remember, there's a lot of people, like you just said, there's a lot of kids that are still kids that are consuming your stuff. And I don't think a lot of creators are mindful of that. And that's sad. It's a sad thing, but unfortunately you can't stop a person from growing and changing just because the consumer that's watching hasn't grown at the same rate. You know what I mean? At the same time as said creator. You know what I mean? But I definitely see your point. Absolutely. Tiernan said video WAP. Need I say more? Need we say more? I completely agree with that too. We got videos like WAP out there. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion's WAP that is out there, that is rapping, saying all this crazy stuff. There's things that are part of the norm that's out there, part of pop culture that kids are consuming every single day. You listen to TikTok, you hear all these videos and all the songs that they're doing dance moves to and stuff like that. The things that they're rapping to, you know what I'm saying? You got DaBaby talking about doing something, a sexually explicit thing to a girl, and there's this girl who's 11 years old just, hitting the whoa to the song and mouthing the words. Yeah, I mean, things are getting hypersexualized. Things are getting more lenient. And I'm not sitting here saying we got to go back to the 1950s. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm sitting here saying we got to go back to the 1950s and everything's got to be safe and clean and all that. No, I mean, these are the harsh realities of our world. But I think there's got to be some sort of censorship to a certain extent. For these
Don't put it
young
on Netflix.
kids.
Just keep it all on TikTok.
Yeah, please. Put that whole movie on TikTok. Oh my God. That is TikTok. Do you understand? That movie is TikTok. As much as everybody's like, oh my God, TikTok, they're gonna ban it in a couple of weeks. Oh my God. You guys ever seen TikTok? TikTok is disgusting. TikTok is disgusting, yo. Yeah, there's some creators out there that make content on there. There's some really talented people on there. Don't get me wrong. But then there's the other stuff, and you're like, bruh, this is real? How old is this person? And he's doing what? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's sad. It's really, 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 really sad. But I digress. Cuties is definitely not something I'm going to be watching anytime soon. For sure. And we gotta keep it moving. As much as it might have the most amazing message in the world, it's not gonna get me to go and sit down and watch it. I'll read a book and I'll be just as moved. Thank you very much. So moving on. Last conversation of the day. I gotta turn you down real quick, Jack, for this thing real quick. Come on. Okay. So this is something very interesting. So, oh, come on. Okay. So Trump was asked during a press briefing about his thoughts about QAnon and their theories. This is some very interesting questions that this particular reporter was asking. And he puts in his 2 cents about his thoughts on QAnon. So we're going to check it out.
the pandemic, the QAnon movement appears to be gaining a lot of followers. Can you talk about what you think about that and what you have to say to people who are following this movement right now?
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate. But I don't know much about the movement. I have heard that it is gaining in popularity, and from what I've heard, these are people that when they watch the streets of Portland, when they watch what happened in New York City in just the last 6 or 7 months, but this was starting even 4 years ago when I came here, almost 4 years, can you believe it? These are people that don't like seeing what's going on in places like Portland and places like Chicago and New York and other cities and states. And I've heard these are people that love our country and they just don't like seeing it. So I don't know really anything about it other than they do supposedly like me. And they also would like to see problems in these areas, like especially the areas that we're talking about, go away, because there's no reason the Democrats can't run a city. And if they can't, we will send in all of the federal, whether it's troops or law enforcement, whatever they'd like, we'll send them in, we'll straighten out their problem in 24 hours or less, okay?
Well, at the crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
Well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, you know, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there. And we are, actually. We're saving the world from a radical left philosophy that will destroy this country. And when this country is gone, the rest of the world would follow. The rest of the world would follow. That's the importance of this country.
Interesting. So he went on and said all of that stuff about QAnon. I found that to be extremely interesting. But what's funny to me is that he is constantly, he has definitely got his politician shoes on for sure. He doesn't confirm nor deny anything. He just says, yeah, you know, I know of it. I've heard of them. These, one thing that's really great is they like me. I think that's hilarious. I've always thought that was very, very funny. I'm still kind of assessing the video that we just watched. Because like I said, he's not confirming, he's not denying. He's just saying his thoughts on it and saying, hey, these are my thoughts on it, and this is how I feel about them. And yes, they're helping keeping the world clean from all the crazy stuff that the radical left is doing and blah, 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 and trying to save the world. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Jack, what are your thoughts on this, bruh? What are your thoughts?
I mean, so QAnon is a far-right, like, conspiracy-based item. And it's basically like an offline anarchist group. And so, like, I don't know, it's funny that, like, now that Trump's stating this, and then Facebook, within the last couple of days too, has removed over 1,950 groups and 440 pages and over 10,000 Instagram accounts associated with the QAnon movement. They're saying that Donald Trump is waging a secret war against a deep state network of pedophiles who are powerful government, business, and media figures. And people that are commonly included in that thing are the Clintons, Obama, Oprah. I think there's even been Ellen and Tom Hanks, and a list goes on. And essentially everybody that's ever flown on the Epstein plane, log, is kind of included in this mix.
Yeah.
So, but by saying, hey, here's a conspiracy group, and bringing it up to the president, and then him saying, oh, I don't really know much about him, but I do know this and 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 this about him.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
And but like me, So they're a good conspiracy group.
Yeah.
And if they didn't like me, then they would be a bad conspiracy group.
Yeah.
And we're just saving. Well, they want me to save people from this, but by not acknowledging that it is a conspiracy group and shutting them down, like all it's going to do is fuel that entire group.
Yeah.
And and they think that, at the base of it, that President Trump is Q.
Yeah.
And so, now this is just going to really, really set everything up. But QAnon began in October 2017 as an anonymous message on 4chan.
Mm-hmm.
And a user claimed to have top security clearance within the U.S. government and signed off their post anonymously as Q. And that's how it became QAnon. And then Q would communicate cryptic posts and claims to be involved directly in a secret Trump-led investigation, a global network of child abusers. So, yeah, I mean, supposedly there's people that follow all this stuff, that every time some kind of a new post goes out in reference to pedophilia and things like that, that on the QAnon post on 4chan are within, like, the same minute.
Right.
And so, like, they're saying that, obviously it's the same, like, people that are posting when Trump posts about something about it, and within the same exact minute it's posted every single time on this message board, that, like, they keep on linking things up. And sure, I would love for our president, any of our presidents, to be able to go down and take down a pedophilia ring, if it is able to be proven and they can pull people out. And if all these high-level people are involved in it, then great, take them down.
Yeah. No, and I absolutely agree with that. I mean, here's the thing. I understand that maybe, here it is. Let me just say this. I think Trump knows exactly what's going on with QAnon. I think he knows exactly what it is. He's playing dumb. Of course, he's giving QAnon love, for sure. He could very well be Q. He could very well be the man who does everything. He could very well be Superman in his mind in this world. He could be Superman in this thing. And he's just playing Clark Kent right now. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, pushing up his glasses. Oh, I don't, who saved you? Oh my gosh, faster than a locomotive? That kind of thing. So,
right.
Now, here's the thing. If he really is involved with QAnon, there ain't no way he's going to say it right there live on on a press conference. He ain't Iron Man. You know what I mean? He ain't Tony Stark. He ain't going to walk up and go, I am Iron Man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, y'all. So, of course, he's going to sit there and play dumb. If that is the case, that he is involved with QAnon. If he's involved with QAnon, he's not going to expose it at all. He will never expose it. But he's been saying stuff like drain the swamp. He's been saying all types of stuff that they use, phrases that they use in QAnon. But I'll tell you this, though. Here's the other thing. If QAnon is really, working its butt off to expose the bad things that are going on out there, and of course they're throwing them out there as, let's just say, as conspiracy theories, because they're all conspiracy theories as of late. Of course he's not going to sit there and expose himself. If you're out there investigating and you're all incognito and you're all undercover, you're not going to put yourself out there and say, oh yeah, I'm a undercover FBI agent. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to go, I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea what you're talking about. But from what I understand, they love me. Of course. From what I understand, they're great. They're a really great group, and they're doing really great things for this country. And most importantly, they like me. That was a joke. Clearly, he was making a little bit of a joke there, So I don't really mess with them because they like me. If it was QAnon going against Trump, obviously he'd probably say these guys are terrorists. He'd probably say all kinds of different stuff. But yes, he most definitely, I feel, has some sort of something involved with QAnon. It's just, he's not going to say it out loud, and he never will until they do exactly what he's trying to do, which is drain the swamp or get the truth out there, whatever that truth is, whatever he's trying to expose. So we'll see. I mean, it's just interesting that that reporter asked that question right then and there. And then, you know, just his reaction was very interesting. You know, there was a little bit of, you know, pride in there. There was an underlying
Oh, you're going to talk about Q?
Oh, QAnon? You know, they love me and they're doing great things for this country. But no, I don't know anything about them, but they love me. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to help us stop the crazy stuff that's going on. The far left is trying to destroy this country. You know, it's kind of like he's opening up his shirt going Superman. You know what I'm saying? He's doing that whole like, I'm about to go save the world, turn myself in from Clark Kent into Superman. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I don't know what you're talking about. You mean some man saved you? Superman saved you? Well, I'm glad he was there in the right time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, there you have it.
Yeah. I mean, we got 19 GOP congressional candidates that have acknowledged QAnon. And you have like Joe Ray Perkins, a Republican U.S. Senate candidate in Oregon, had tweeted something in a video that said, "I stand with President Trump. I stand with Q and the team. Thank you, Anons." And that's since been deleted. So there's going to be several Q supporters that are potentially going to be in Congress. So, cool.
Really? And the plot thickens. As we were saying, the plot thickens. And it's going to continue thickening. You know, maybe some truths will finally start to be exposed here. Whether Trump is involved or Trump is not. You know, or maybe he's funding them on the side. I don't know. Anything's possible. Anything is possible. You know what I mean?
Was it all those Hillary emails? Is all the proof. We just need those Hillary emails.
Exactly. No, exactly. And then it's like Pizzagate and all those things that have been leaking out and everything. Bruh, there are some things out there that are just unbelievable. Unbelievable stories, which we'll have to talk about on another show because Pizzagate and Wiener, there are some things that would blow your mind, and it would be wild. And here's the thing: if QAnon is out there and doing. And does some things like exposes people and does the right thing, like shows the truth, I am not going to get in their way. I'm going to sit there and go, come on, drain that swamp. Go ahead. I want to see warts and all. I want to see the truth, y'all. I'm totally down for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't against them trying to expose bad evildoers out there. Come on, man. Show me the Carfax. You know what I'm saying? Let me see it, you know? But at the same time, right now, everything that has been put out so far has been has been called conspiracy theories. I want to see proof. I want to see those things. So I'm interested to see what happens, you know? Hillary Clinton stuff is a crazy thing. Bill Clinton stuff is a crazy thing. There's more photos and stuff that just leaked before he spoke the other night. Did you see this? The photos? Oh, man, just Google it. Google it. Bruh. Like, he just straight up was up there. You know, we got to wrap up the show, unfortunately, but he was up. There's photos that have been put up of him literally getting massages. Like, he's sitting in a chair, and I think, if I'm correct, the girl that's accusing him of all these things, Virginia Guffrey, I think her name is again, I think. She is behind him, massaging him, like massaging his shoulders and all that. It's not any pornographic, like caught red-handed photos, but he is getting a massage from her. So a lot of people are starting to send that out because he went and he spoke the other night for the DNC, you know? And a lot of people are like, was that the right choice? Was that the right choice to bring her or to bring him on to speak, you know? So, yeah, it's interesting. And you know for a fact that Hillary will always try to protect her man till her last dying breath because she doesn't want to tarnish the legacy. But we can only imagine, we can only wait to see what really gets exposed. Yes. Well, his head is, like, half of his face is cut off, but yeah, that's the photo. That's the photo, one of the photos I'm talking about. Blammo. And he's just sitting there chilling, getting a massage from...
It's like in an airport somewhere or something.
Yeah, yeah. He's just getting a old-fashioned, shoulder massage from old girl right there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, by chance, do you have a cigar on you?
Yeah. No kidding. And a blue dress. And a blue dress. Oh, that's real nice. Thank you so much. Anyway.
Depends on what the definition of is.
Yes. I did smoke, but I did not inhale. That kind of thing. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Then later, I did have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, with that woman? Yes, that woman, yes.
Oh, that woman. It's crazy. So sad. But anyway. But obviously, as time goes, the plot will thicken. The stories will come out. And QAnon or whoever else is going to do it will drain this lake or drain this swamp. And so I'm waiting to see what happens. The plot will thicken and will continue to thicken as we get closer and closer to this election. Anyway, we got to go, guys. I was going to say we're going to go into a quick commercial break. No, it is over. You know what I'm saying?
A long commercial break until tomorrow.
Yeah, a long commercial break until 7 p.m. tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Jack, thank you so much for being on today, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
Good talking with everybody.
Yeah, man. So everybody, thank you so much for being on, chopping it up with us, having a good time. If this is the first time of you checking out the show, hit that subscribe button, y'all. That would really mean a lot. Just so you know, we do this show live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I also do a show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. I will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time to chop it up with you guys, talk about any developing news. I also am going to have a short one today because I really, really, really want to see Biden's speech because I want to see if he forgets where he is. Anyway, literally, I think that's what a lot of people are going to be sitting there doing, waiting to see if he goes, thank you, everybody. I'm running for vice president. Wait, what? Jill, you know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for that to happen, Just like I feel like he said, after Jill Biden said her speech, he walked up, and I swear to God, I thought he said, "Hi, I'm Joe Biden's husband." I swear to God. I said this last night on the show. I literally dropped my phone because I was like, he said what?
What?
Because I thought he said, "Hi, I'm Joe Biden's husband." I'm like, oh my God. It sounded like Joe, Jill.
Right.
It's pretty close. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking forward to him. Tyranny says he'll do excellent tonight. You know what? I hope he does do excellent tonight. Real talk. I really do hope he does. But I'm waiting for him to think that he's like somewhere else. He's on a beach somewhere. It's really, really sad seeing him like this. Real talk. And let's see who else endorses Bernie Sanders. Oh my God. During the Democratic National Convention. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll be on a little bit later on tonight for a short show because I definitely want to go and see the DNC with him tonight for sure. And yeah, y'all, I will see you guys tonight. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll see you guys tonight. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Hey, take off Ms. Feinberg, I'd really appreciate it if you would close your legs.
Do you find it distracting?
Power, respect. The festival is crazy in the streets. Deception, the fakers and leaks. Entertainers are trucking for tweakers and losing their self because their lives are unique. All of us under surveillance. People are feeling they made it. Half of them stumbling around and they faded. They live in the world that's degraded for people that's constantly hated.
But you see how he makes these S's in his body right here? That's where he's hanging on, and then he's moving forward with the locomotion of his ribs. That is classic Missouri rat snake right there. I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab him before he gets into a hole. Now, these snakes are not biters. They won't bite as long as you don't squeeze them. If you just stop them like this, it'll freeze them, and then you just gently pull them back. As long as you don't squeeze them, they won't bite.
Yo, Mike, what's up, man?
Guy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, so Sugarfire.
Yeah.
Fully open, right?
Yeah, we're pretty much open. So you can't sit inside yet. Monday you can sit inside a little bit. We'll have 25% of the tables inside, and then we're letting it rip outside.
So I know that there's a lot of people really concerned about staying safe and all of that.
No,
so what are you guys doing in regards to that?
Well, we have extra people to clean and rub everything down all the time. Everybody inside's wearing masks. And we have those little stickers on the ground so everyone can stay 6 feet apart.
Right on.
The tables are all spaced out, inside and outside.
Sugarfire, open in full effect right now. They're staying healthy, they're staying clean. Go get you a rack of ribs. Sugarfire, open right now.
Thanks.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.